Lover girl, oh lover girl. Guess what today is? Drum roll, please. This is the very first video episode of Fairy Dust Fridays. Jen Burton here, romantic fairy godmother to smart, single, successful women around the world. And to kick off your very first video episode of Fairy Dust Friday, I have a romantic fairy godmama lesson of grand importance to your love life. Today, we're going to tackle two huge mistakes that women make in communicating with men while dating. Now, when I tell you about these mistakes, you might think, come on, Jen, they really don't sound that bad. So let me make it super clear. These mistakes are the difference between no love life, a mediocre love life, and a magical love life. Ready? The first ginormous mistake that women make is that they consistently misinterpret and assume the worst about what men are saying to them. It is not uncommon when clients come to me to help turn their dating life into a magical experience that we spent quite a bit of time working on sweet spot communication with men. Most women believe themselves to be excellent communicators, and hence they think they understand exactly what men are saying to them. But time and time again, women hear men in a way that is actually killing their chances of long-term love. So let me give you an example from one of the most common places this happens, online dating. Now, I make it no secret how much I love online dating for my clients. But most women I work with start off very nervous about online dating, regardless of whether or not they have tried it before. And because of those nerves, it is easy for women to misinterpret communication from men. Specifically, the profiles I help women create elicit the most positive responses from men. So positive that men will say things like, "I wondered why on earth you were here." Now, I know what you might be thinking, Jen, that sentence actually sounds like a possible insult. And I just might agree with you if I didn't know firsthand how often women extract one sentence from what a man says and forget to acknowledge the context in order to make him wrong and push him away. In fact, what this man said to my client was, "This is probably a bit shallow, but you look model gorgeous, and I wondered why on earth you were on here. You were attractive, but it doesn't define you. I like that. You and I both know you are quite a catch, but I might well be a match for you, although not in such an obvious way." Hence, he was complimenting her. Men aren't always perfect with their words, regardless of how educated and articulate they are. Also, lover girl, even the most confident of men are intimidated by your beauty, which means that they can become blubbering idiots in your presence. So I'd like you to cut them a little slack, and don't be too afraid to ask them to clarify what they mean. After that, if there's no other conclusion besides he's being a total jerk off, then you should definitely send him on his way. But I guarantee you that if you assume that 98% of men are being respectful and complimentary towards you, your love life will start to become magical. Now, on to the second ginormous mistake that women make, which screws them romantically with men. She discounts and fires men for being too nice. So before you say anything else, yes, I totally get it. It is a huge turn off to be with a guy that is so nice he has no backbone. I agree with you 100%. But there is something I have to disclose. Remember when I said earlier that men can become blubbering idiots in the presence of someone that mesmerizes them? As each woman I work with learns to own her own specific individual type of beauty and interact with men in a different way, the unfortunate result is that she will encounter more blubbering idiots than she ever has before. Still, there's good news, because this is only a temporary side effect. Men worth your time will soon level out and learn to keep the right amount of nice. Also, I teach my clients ways to manage male attention that helps men fast track this process. But the most important piece, if you truly want a magical love life, is that it is absolutely necessary you start paying attention only to the men that are treating you the way you really want to be treated romantically. Which means if he barely calls gives you little attention, treats you like you're one of many options, then he doesn't get much or any of your attention. Ultimately, if you learn to enjoy and pay attention to men who treat you the way you really want to be treated, then you will end up with the man of your dreams. If you only pay attention to those unworthy of your attention, you will end up emotionally lonely, even if he's sitting right next to you. Thank you, Lover Girl, for joining me for our very first video episode of Fairy Dust Fridays. I have a surprise for you underneath this video. Now, remember how I mentioned I help women create mesmerizing online dating profiles? Well, for a limited time, I am giving away my program, Irresistibility, a woman's step-by-step guide to creating an online dating profile that leads to offline romance for free. Yep, completely free. All you have to do is enter your first name and email below to receive your registration information. P.S. Feel free to share this page with your single girlfriend so we can help more women around the world create the love life of their dreams. Lover Girl, here's to you having everything you want romantically.